right, so we're gonna go grab a cup of coffee here real quick, and obviously we're operating in Tesla full self-driving Model Y Juniper 2025 model. Today I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, the cost of charging at home and a little trick that's involved with that. And the second thing is we've got a storm coming in, and just so you know, the Tesla is a bug out shelter. So stick with me. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment down below, because it really helps my my little channel grow. Anyway, let's get on the road here, and we'll start. So there are things that, you know, even as Tesla owners and people who make videos, and I have a lot of friends in the Tesla community, obviously, there are things we forget that we do on a daily basis. So one of those things is at night, I set my car on a schedule for charging. So in the area that I live, charging electricity cost is extremely cheap at certain hours. So in my case, it's between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. Now I can go from, I think it's, don't quote me on these numbers because I haven't done this much research on it, but to the best of my recollection, in about 4 hours, I can go from something like 10% to 90%, or even in some cases, a lot of the times sometimes I will charge actually all the way up to 100%, depending on where I'm going. So last night I charged to 100%, and here's why. I actually have a storm coming in, and we're in the south here. We're not used to snow down here. They're saying it's going to be 2 to 3 inches. Here's the point. If we lose power in my house, you can literally remain in the car once you're fully charged for probably 3 or 4 days. Now, I know this is an extreme thing, and please don't laugh at this, because it's very serious stuff. Now, I just have the Model Y. I have something in here which is called camp mode. So in camp mode, you can set the temperature in the car just like you would the thermostat in your house. People don't realize this. My car specifically is fully set up for camping. I have a inflatable mattress back here and all that stuff. But what I'm talking about today is this you know, extreme moment where you're just stuck, you lose power, there's nowhere to go, you're freezing your butt off. You notice how the car stopped for that crosswalk? How cool is that? But there's this extreme weather, and I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear me properly. I'm not even sure if this microphone, I've had problems with it. Not sure if it's working, but anyway, in extreme cases, your car will save you. You don't have to freeze to death in your house. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing in a lot of my comments, there are a lot of older people even much older than me, and they're saying a lot of different things. They're talking about the fact that there's no maintenance. The full self-driving is great as you get older because you're not as tired. You know, when you're driving, you don't get tired. If your eyesight is going a little bit, which it does, at night especially, the car is doing everything for you. So you don't have to worry. And, you know, there's a million videos out there all the time of somebody driving in full self-driving, and a deer runs out and the car stops, and the person driving or supervising essentially didn't even notice that the deer was there. So the car is doing all these things. But for the elderly, I want you to try to imagine somebody who lives by themselves. Maybe they're a neighbor. You'll see a lot of this in poorer areas. I live in the South Carolina, so you go a couple of miles inland, you'll see some really bad poverty. These people don't have heat and air conditioning at the best of times, but it would be very, very easy for somebody to send a car that they could just stay warm in at the very minimum, even just for a day, just until you figured out something else or some other way to help them and to put them into a much better situation. So it's interesting. I never realized this. Most of the Tesla guys and girls, a lot of young people have Teslas. Obviously, it's the coolest thing now, and everybody wants to have the latest gadget. But I'm amazed at the amount of elderly people who are sending me comments like this. So anyway, short video. I just wanted to hit on those 2 points. If you're on a fixed income, Tesla might be the car for you. And if you're elderly, full self-driving might be for you. And if you live by yourself, this could be something that might save your life, or at least bring you some comfort for a couple of days. And by the way, used Teslas are very inexpensive. They're inexpensive because of this myth that when they're used, they're no good, or the battery dies, whatever. But if you're going to buy a 2022 or 2023 or a 2021 or even a 2019, and if you're older, it has full self-driving. Now, it doesn't have version 14 full self-driving, but it still has hardware 3, which essentially is much better. If you're driving at night, it's much better for you to use that if your eyesight is bad or whatever. But anyway, I hope this video helps somebody. Again, please like, subscribe, share the video, and thank you so much for watching and for always supporting the channel. I really appreciate that a lot.